Yes, Emma, do you want to answer the next one or do you have a question?
Uh, I have a question about the future, but why don't you teach us about how can an animal parent have a offspring?
Oh, how we can have an offspring? Well, yeah, you can have an offspring, but you have to make it to the adult stage and then they can have an offspring. Only fully grown adults can have offspring.
How how can they make a offspring?
They just reproduce. It's complicated. It's very complicated. But yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. But yeah, different animals reproduce in different ways.
But why can just a female have a baby, but a male don't have a baby, uh, and why female need a male to have a sibling?
Okay, so the reason is because half of your genes, half of your traits have to come from your dad and half of them have to come from their mom. If let's say your mom only used her traits, she would actually be a clone. She would only be able to make a baby that was exactly like herself. So that's why you need a guy to make a baby, because if you have a baby by yourself, which is impossible, but once again, you have to talk to your parents. Um, it would be a clone. It would be a clone of yourself. So if Mr. Connor had a baby by himself, okay, it would look exactly like Mr. Connor. It would be a clone. It would be identical to Mr. Connor. He would have curly hair, big eyebrows, big nose. So that's why it takes two animals to make a child. So there is variation in the traits. So you have multiple traits. If I have a kid, it will only be my traits. And once again, you don't want that in survival because you want different traits from different people so you can have a kid that can survive. But I hope that can answer Emma. But yeah, if you have a kid by yourself, Emma, it would look just like you. It would be identical to Emma. It would have Emma's hair, Emma's eyes. Okay. It would have all about you. Okay. But yeah, you have very good questions. They're just very hard to answer in a classroom like this. Okay. But